Drinks free. Zach drinks too. Zach drinks too. Man,
Zach drinks too.
trying to make yourself cry, Mohammed?
I'm just trying to make my eyeballs, look as glowing as possible. So, just trying to get some liquid in there,
Some
but
moisture.
some moisture, yeah.
Trying to make them eyes pop.
Eyes pop, you know what I'm
Trying to
saying?
look cute. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you.
All right, bro. Don't gas me up. Don't gas me up, man.
Also, what was God shoot? What was I gonna ask you guys? I think I sent it in the chat on Instagram.
Shut up.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know.
You actually heard that, my
I
fault.
don't know.
My fault.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Say Less Basketball Podcast. Currently listening to this week's current episode. This is getting up there in episodes. This is season 2 as we get ready for the 2021 NBA season. This is 35, episode 35. You know the deal. Hit the Twitter, social media, YouTube, Instagram, link trees.
Best player on the Warriors
Huh?
wore 35, right? The former best player on the
Oh
Warriors.
God. Oh Lord, have mercy. Never. Oh man, but
Should have saved that debate for this episode then.
should have saved. Yeah, man, that would have been a long time waiting for that debate though. But it's the off season. There's some storylines from last week that we were talking about with Kyrie and Ben Simmons, and we're going to talk about that this week as well because there's been some developments. There's been a little bit more extra comments and information going around.
It's getting juicier.
A little bit juicier, yeah. And then we were going to talk about last week some AD stuff, but we're going to talk about that this week too. So, and then maybe some fantasy basketball stuff. So
we're going to give you guys some pointers on who to draft, who not to draft, who's going to be bust.
It's going to be funny. That's going to be funny.
We're elite fantasy player. I mean, honestly, top 3 in our league, top 4 in our league every year.
So. Yeah.
Barring catastrophic injury, which is usually me.
Barring catastrophic injury is a really big hit for Will's team.
Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Nikola Vucevic, who was it last year? Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, I could go on and on and on.
Oh, man.
I think, Mohammed, you came down with the injury bug last year too, though.
Yeah, towards the end.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Zach lost CJ for a while. It's just...
Yeah.
COVID stuff's going to be...
This could be interesting this season, though. Shout out to Raul and Matt and Alec. I'll join the basketball league for the first time. It's gonna be crazy, but
actually have people who try.
Yeah, people who try. Yeah, we've had issues with people who try in the past with basketball. But
if you guys ever want to play, hit us up.
Facts.
I was looking for some competitive folks that check their lineups. It's really hard. I know 10 seconds a day is a commitment. It's time consuming.
I know.
You're very busy.
But this shit takes so quick, and it doesn't happen for most people. You just give up. But there's going to be like a graphic on here right now with the Durant. So Durant actually commented about the Kyrie situation, which I think is rare because Durant, I feel like kind of tries to be passive aggressive and not, interact with big things going on in the team. But he's made it clear that Kyrie Irving is vital for what the Nets want to accomplish this season. He also wanted to give his point guard some space on what Irving wants to do concerning getting at least one vaccination shot. He is dealing with something personal right now, and while he is dealing with that, we are going to focus on us here in the gym and keep working. When they are ready to figure that out, he'll figure it out. I mean, he's a special player, so it is going to be hard to duplicate what he brings. But professional sports are about the next man up mentality, so we're looking forward to guys stepping up and filling in that role as best as they can. Yeah, so Irving, Kyrie actually practiced with the Nets in San Diego like last week. But the Nets are currently at home when they play Milwaukee on Friday for preseason and stuff like that. and then they're playing Philly as well. So
I think that's the only game he can play in.
they open the regular season on the road at Milwaukee and Philadelphia. Then they will be at home for nearly 2 weeks during a 6-game homestand. Yeah, so Durant says he wants him part of the group, but yeah, next man. I was reading next man up mentality, so we're looking forward to the guys stepping up and filling in that role. What guys stepping in and filling on that role? They don't have anybody to step in and fill Kyrie's role. They don't have. We talked about that last. They had lack of bench production last year too.
Oh, they picked up Patty Mills, bro.
Yeah, Patty Mills too, right?
That's a big deal, especially if Kyrie does this crap.
Yeah, if they start man,
it's gonna be big having
speaking
Patty
of fantasy
Mills.
basketball, if Kyrie is out most of the season, Patty Mills is going to be playing like 30 minutes, right?
I think Patty Mills plays 30 minutes every game around there.
Yeah.
Just off the mere fact that you have to. So what's going to happen is they're going to have to implement him even when Kyrie's playing, because you have to prepare him to play those kinds of minutes when Kyrie's out. It's going nuts.
Steve Nash is the coach, though.
Yeah, Steve Nash. Yeah, we saw the rotations last year. Oh my God.
The coach, yeah.
I still remember my friends texting me and be like, "Oh, you're crazy for thinking Steve Nash is gonna have, like those rotations. The fact that they're not playing DeAndre Jordan and blah 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 matters." I was like, "Bro, it's not automatic. Why do people think it's automatic? Like the Lakers and the Nets just have this gateway to the finals. It's not a given. It really isn't. That's why you play the game, bro. Can't just be playing folks for 5 minutes a game, big men, and then be like, oh, yeah, well, I wonder why we got out rebounded by 30 rebounds.
Yeah. Didn't they lose DeAndre Jordan, too?
Yeah, he's on the Lakers.
Yeah.
Lakers got all the size, bro.
Yep.
I want to know, though, because Zach, off the podcast, you said these comments, like, I forgot what you said exactly, but Durant's comments like struck you as very
what?
Whatever. I don't know what or whatever you were saying. You were turned off by them by a lot. What?
Yeah, I was concerned. I'm concerned with Durant's leadership. Yeah, we were talking about this before.
Okay.
Because he's very passive aggressive. I think he was very passive aggressive. That's at least what I think. I don't know. I haven't met him or anything, but I think I think that with the stuff that happened in Golden State with Draymond, I feel like they was very passive aggressive. Let's see what happens. Lay back and see what happens, and eventually the situation got messed up because of the GMs, or that's at least what Draymond and KD say. And then, so I don't think I think this is a big test for his leadership. I think so. If he can get Kyrie to at least acknowledge that the vaccine is out there, or say something public to the media, at least do something to show that you're part of this team. I think Durant has to say to Kyrie, you have to do something to let us know that you're part of this team, because so far I don't know if with the vaccine things, and then he hasn't said anything publicly. It seems like he's just vibing. He's just chilling and playing basketball and for the Nets. And if things work out, they work out. But if they don't, they don't. And if he's not going to get vaccinated, that's going to be a detrimental blow to their team. So Durant has to come in and say, and be a man and say some things to Kyrie, I think.
We all agree that they probably can't win the finals without Kyrie. Maybe even get there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think we talked about that last episode. So we talked about this, Zach and I did, right before you got on, Mohammed. Basically what I was saying is that I don't know if anybody can get Kyrie to do anything. Like, this man is just, I don't know if he's on Earth. He might be in a different solar system or something.
Yeah.
He's like his own man, which is fine. So I don't know if this would attest to Durant's leadership by getting him to take the vaccine. I think it would speak bigger volumes if he's just like, you know what, bye. ship him off, trade him. He gives the front office permission, because let's just be real, they're not going to trade him if Durant doesn't want him gone, realistically. But it would speak bigger volumes about his leadership and his desire to win if he's like, you know what, Kyrie, you're either with us or you're not. And you got to play. Like, you got to do this. This is a simple thing. So if you're not going to do this, they might trade you, or we're going to trade you. I'm going to let them know, like, you can go. That to me is a bigger deal, because I don't think you can get Kyrie to do anything that he doesn't want to do, because he's insane. But it would be very important to me that you get him off the team, which I've said many times, which we all agree won't happen. But
yeah, it just sucks because Durant. We were talking about this earlier this week too, when we were just chilling. But it was like, if Kyrie is traded, or if this doesn't work out and he's somehow leaves the Nets, if he retire, he could very possibly retire. He could very possibly retire if there's immense pressure to get the vaccine, and he's just like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gone. I appreciate.
Yeah, and then you don't get to trade him.
Yeah,
then you lose. You just lose.
But they said before that Kyrie's trade value is like 0. So
that's why I say the Ben Simmons Kyrie swap works.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be, man alive. That's tough, but it's detrimental for. It looks such a bad move for Durant, career wise. This would be the biggest mistake career wise for Durant if he doesn't get Kyrie to play and he doesn't win in Brooklyn. But maybe they could get it done with Harden and him. I don't know. It's possible they could get it done with just Harden and Durant, and if they have
they got to build a better team around them.
If they can build a better team around them, yeah.
Problem with the Nets is they're not built like the Bucks, like where the role players and everybody around Giannis and Middleton, and if you want to include Drew Holiday, that team really works, especially when Budenholzer decides to not be mentally disturbed. Because that team's built around them. It's a good organization. So I'm just saying, like, if they lost Drew Holiday or Middleton, they could still make it work at least a little. I'd have some confidence. I don't know if they win the final, but like the Nets are not. The Nets are just pieced together. It's like random puzzle pieces that you find in a different box or something. You're like, oh, this goes with this one. Oh, this goes with this one. All right. They're not built to lose one of these guys, to me.
Yeah.
You keep nodding your head, Mohammed. Am I making any good points? Am I making good points?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
You got anything to say?
No, it's just a waiting game for me.
Yeah.
Kyrie's was the vaccine mandate thing was not with Kyrie. Never mind, that was Jonathan Isaac or whatever.
We'll talk about that next. Good segue, Will.
I thought it was Kyrie for a sec, but yeah.
That this image of Jonathan Isaac on Fox News about fighting vax mandates. Where'd you get this? Who found this? Was that Mohammed? Where'd you find this, Mohammed?
Trending on Twitter, I think.
Trending on Twitter.
This is wild.
This is wild, yeah. Because Fox News. I'm not trying to be politically incorrect or biased here, but Fox News sways conservative and sways Republican, and that the eyes of many Republicans have been that the vaccine isn't effective, or that it's not the solution, which Democratic side and the liberal side and most of the U.S. side has said that it is, that the vaccine is, you need to get vaccinated to effectively treat and stop COVID-19. But that's your political opinion. I hate that it's gotten to the political standpoint, politics for whether you guys should get vaccinated or not, but that's the way it is. That's the way this country is right now. But it's gonna be a tough season with all these players that want to get vaccinated or think they know how to get vaccinated or think they know what the solution is. But what did you say? Will said something in there, something in the podcast you had earlier, like on NBA players doing research on the vaccine. Like, what research are you doing? Yeah, Google. Yeah, what you?
Yeah, it was like let me find the exact quote because I like that quote. What I said, it was funny. You said shoot, whatever. I don't know where it is exactly, but I basically just said.
Oh yeah, Jeff Van Gundy. Yeah, Jeff Van Gundy said, "Are you doing studies yourself?
Oh yeah.
Are you in the lab on a
Instagram.
nightly basis? What are you doing?" He's ripped. Yeah, he ripped players who say, "I'm doing my own research on the COVID-19 vaccine." Yeah, you said, folks, Google stuff, and call it doing research. Facts.
That's true, bro. You act like you're in
Yeah.
a lab performing like actual
He's
scientific
not wrong.
analysis.
Yeah, he's got a point. Yeah, for sure.
But this photo, we got to get back to that photo because we're going to show it, or you may have already shown it. But this photo is hilarious because Mohammed, that's the shut up and dribble. It's not the shut up and dribble,
Yeah,
girl.
I don't know if it's the same lady, but it's just like the same like station that said it multiple times.
Okay.
It looks like
So
Laura.
maybe.
I was Googling it earlier. I think it's Laura Ingram who said that. I don't think that's the same lady, but it's still Fox News, which is,
Just makes it ironic.
they still aired that segment saying her to shut up and telling LeBron to shut up and dribble, and then LeBron clapped back and said, "We definitely will not shut up and dribble." Yeah, use their platform. I think that was in response after they had this segment where it was Durant and KD, and they were like driving around with somebody on uninterrupted. They're like, which is like LeBron's, like one of LeBron's media outlets. So they were talking about like politics and stuff like that on that. So.
Wait, did you watch this segment, Mohammed?
Did
you watch it or did you just get the picture?
No, there was just a photo. I didn't actually watch the interview.
I wonder what they're saying.
Man.
Because I didn't watch it either because honestly, I don't care enough. I just thought the picture was really funny. But I wonder if they're like saying, hey, why are you not getting the vaccine? You should be, or like blah, blah, blah. Because I'd be really hypocritical with the stance that Fox News is kind of taking on this. Holy crap, dude. We might lose a lot of followers.
We don't have any followers, bro. We're fine.
Yeah, that's true. You still tired, bro? How late were you up last night?
I got 8 hours, 9 hours of sleep.
Let's go.
Imagine needing 8 hours. Cool kids need 7.
Who?
Cool kids.
Ah, damn. I'm not cool.
No, cool kids get 8. What are you talking about?
I don't know, bro. The less you get, the better.
Oh, yeah. That's proven scientific knowledge right there.
Right on topic.
Right on topic, yeah. Yeah. So dead.
Bro, this is wild though, because increasing pressure to get vaccinated. You're fit NBA player. I just don't know what they're saying. But it's like they
No, just the fact that he's on there.
Yeah.
The same people that said shut up and dribble, and now they're having NBA athlete come on and just, speak out about something.
Well, to me, and again, I didn't watch it, but like to me, it would be like they're trying to set him up to say something bad.
Yeah.
Or wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Because if indeed they're trying to get him to say that the stance they take, which Fox News has generally taken, the vaccine is just not the answer or whatever, then that's another NBA player saying this, which is the minority in terms of like NBA players, right? And not like in terms of stance. So he could get ridiculed for that. But you're right. It's funny inviting them on, bro. Like,
yeah,
you literally tried to discredit NBA players. What? How many years ago? Not too long ago.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Literally tried to discredit them, and then you're inviting them back.
That's really funny that they chastised him for having a political comment on stuff, and and saying that, and then they come on and they bring someone else on to bring his political standpoints. So they literally they literally said shut up and dribble, and now they brought on an NBA player to not shut up and dribble on their show, to talk on their show, bro. That's ironic. That's so fucking ironic, man. What the hell?
That's just how the world is.
That's just the way. Yeah.
It's a bunch of hypocrites.
If I know if LeBron had said stuff in favor of Trump on that interview, they wouldn't have told him to shut up and dribble. They would have said, keep talking. But that's just the way Fox News works.
And CNN, for to be
CNN,
fair, is
CNN, yeah.
You got your polar opposites, and they're just
MSNBC, MSNBC is very liberal,
left,
very left, yeah.
Yeah.
Sways left, but.
Wait, so okay. This is Jonathan Isaac, right? Is he even playing this year? Is he? He's back,
still,
right?
Come back. He's come back, but not beginning of the season.
Okay.
Well,
that just makes it more ironic.
If he's not going to get vaxxed, that might just not.
Who knows? I mean, honestly, I didn't watch the interview, so maybe he is getting vaccinated, or is he not? Do you guys know? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I know Wiggins. Remember, Wiggins wasn't going to get it, and he got it. So
that's wild. They approved him for the what?
No, they didn't.
Oh, he did get it.
He did get it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I must have misread that. But that's what I think will happen with Kyrie too. But
he's still not vaccinated. Yeah.
Ultimately, I think all these players will end up getting vaccinated. But
I believe in what I'm standing for. That's what he was saying on. I'm looking at the. Jonathan Isaac goes on Fox News and defends his stance on the COVID-19 vaccination for NBA players. I believe in what I'm standing for.
Okay, so he's not getting vaccinated.
So he said that his refusal to get the vaccine does not automatically mean that he is an anti-vaxxer. He just does not want to get the vaccine.
That's fine. Honestly, to me, we talked about this. That stance is fine. Like you have your freedom.
He's not against anyone taking it. Yeah, that's fine.
To me, that's fine. As long as he's not saying, "Oh, I don't want to get magnetized." Like if you say some stupid crap like that, to me, I can't. I've said it many times. I just can't back that. But if you're just like, I don't want to get it because I don't want to get it, do you, man? You wanna?
He says his position. His position is that vaccines should be the individual's choice with no risk of criticism from the public or society.
That's not true.
That ain't gonna happen, pal. Yeah, no.
Bro, imagine if people didn't start getting vaccinated for smallpox, that which literally wiped out generations. Like you would be shunned if you didn't get vaccinated for that. It's like, here, look at the literal millions upon millions of people that have died from this, and you won't do this? Are you kidding me? So he will get backlash, publicly. That's you're gonna have to live with that, but it is your choice. Do what you want. I mean, he's on the Magic, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. They're not going anywhere anyway, so it's not like you're gonna hurt them from competing for a championship. Might hurt the other players on the team, but we talked about this. Yeah. Technically, your employer can make you do it. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's the way it was in the NFL.
It is a free country, but it comes with law. There are laws. Oh, there are rules. There are actually things you have to do. You have to follow the speed limit. You can't rob a store. You can't murder somebody for no reason.
Yep.
There are things you just have to or cannot do. That's just how it is. That's the world.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, get out.
If you like it, get out. Low key facts, but I think that's enough vaccination talk. But talked about that for a while. But Ben Simmons, I'm looking at the rest of the. Bless you. I don't know if that was an actual sneeze or not, but solid. But
my sneeze has been evolving. Sorry.
But oh my god, how can I seriously continue
Hold on.
after you? Oh
Need my
man,
camera there. Sorry. So
I'm
I'm a
dead.
mess. I'm a mess right now.
I'm dead. Remember the Ben Simmons? We were talking about Ben Simmons like last week too. You know, all the rumors and all the stuff about cutting off communication and trades and what's going to happen. I think he's reconsidering his stance with the Sixers due to the financial significance of being fined $360,000 per game.
Yikes.
That's gonna be yikes. Yeah, that's a big yikes.
What is that per Philly voice? Reliable source. We have the
Philly
reliable
voice.
sources,
We
right?
have, yeah, we got all the sources. Don't even worry
I
about
mean,
it.
it's if it comes from us, it's as good as gold.
Facts.
It's not Frank, okay?
We know. Yeah, Frank. Yeah.
If you don't know who Frank is, just watch our previous episodes. You'll know he's not credible.
Go back and watch the one with the bad lists. Yeah, you'll know. But
Bad list, yeah, titled bad list.
yes, the Ben Simmons thing is interesting. One comparison I've been seeing recently is the stuff that went on with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. I remember there was multiple reports supporting that he was not going to return to training camp, that he was going to retire. They might trade him, that his future was uncertain if he's going to play this season, and then he eventually did come back and play. And he's playing right now, obviously. But there's that comparison. I don't know if that's gonna. It's gonna be I don't know. We'll see if that happens with Ben. It's possible. It's really possible that that could happen, and everything could just flip. You know, because he wants to play basketball. Yeah, there's a lot of man with the Kyrie stuff before, and then with this stuff with Ben. It's really been a lot of do they actually want to play basketball talk in the news recently. So does Ben Simmons actually want to play basketball? Does Kyrie actually want to play basketball? We'll see. It's pending. Like Mohammed said, we're playing the waiting game here. You know, we really don't know what's going to happen with either of these guys until the season actually starts. But it'll be really interesting if they both aren't wanting to play full time, you know, at all the home games, at all the away games when everything starts. So we'll see. It's good, man. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. There's a lot of drama, as there always is in the NBA. That's what I love about it. You know, there's always something going on. There's always a scoop or a story. I don't know. If you guys want to talk about Ben too.
It's gonna be awkward for Ben Simmons to come back because they can't trade him right now.
Yeah.
If he wants to come back because of money, it's gonna be weird because if he comes back, at least Aaron Rodgers didn't turn his back on his teammates. He kind of,
True.
made it specifically. He plays his teammates. He was still cool with all his wide receivers. Ben Simmons kind of turned his back on his teammates. So if he comes back, not only is he gonna have to be with the front office, but I think he's gonna have to be with the whole team.
And the fans. I remember
Oh, for sure.
Didn't he just get booed? Didn't they just say like I think Philly at one of the preseason games?
Yeah, they were yelling F Ben Simmons or something.
Yeah.
Well, he's in trouble.
Yeah.
Because you can't back down now, like you said, Mohammed. This is like any cause, kind of any movement or whatever. If you go this far with your cause and then all of a sudden you go back down, I'm gonna compare it. This is not a great comparison, but remember we talked about this, the LeBron thing with China. Remember?
Yeah.
How he was like, hey, they deserve rights, blah blah blah. Those people out there, or whatever, they're not being treated right. And then all of a sudden, because he was about to lose on money, he kind of changed his stance, and it looked really bad.
Yeah.
This is not the exact same thing, but it's the same kind of
Concept,
backlash
yeah.
you would get if he just suddenly changes his stance. Oh, I want the money. It doesn't look very good.
No.
Especially since he's cleared. I read that he moved out. Like he literally cleared all this stuff out of his house in Philly. He's just not there. So,
Wow.
I mean, he's as good as gone in my opinion. I said this every time we talk about it. That relationship's over. He will never play for them again. You can't come back from this. It just is too far.
Yeah.
If it wasn't too far after the game 7, which you guys say, it's way too far now. I mean, it's gone. And he's gonna get fined. He's gonna miss out on this money because there's no trade for him. They even offered up that Blazers package for CJ, which I thought at least there was some chance. They asked for a lot of picks, I think, right?
Yeah.
There was
like
a lot.
5-6 picks.
Yeah, so that might have been a bit extreme, but I thought maybe it had a shot. And if you're not getting that, you're certainly not getting Dame. You're certainly not getting like who else would it be? Like a Bradley Beal, like those caliber players. It ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I harp back to what I said.
Mhm.
Ben Simmons for Kyrie Irving. Get it done. Durant, step up. Say something. Kyrie is going to literally ruin your chances of winning a championship this year if he keeps this up. Like, you have to understand that.
Yeah.
Ben
Who can
Simmons,
stop them low key?
Who can
Because
stop
Like,
the Nets?
let's just say Ben Simmons doesn't play for Philly. They don't find a trade, so he just sits out the whole year. Like, other than the Bucks, who really can challenge the Nets? With this Harden and KD
Well, in the East,
in the East.
yeah,
I think
just like
the East is
Bucks.
good, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes down to it, I'll still
I
take
think-
Harden and KD with a bunch of good role players over every team in the East
yeah,
except
well,
for the
I
Bucks.
said win a
Yeah.
championship because I don't think if they meet the Lakers in the finals,
Well, I
which
don't think
think
Lakers are going to be chemistry issues going to be a problem, and then I still think maybe they're going to have a key player out.
Westbrook having 7 turnovers in a minute.
Yeah,
In his debut. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying it. I mean, I guess I'm assuming that the Lakers make the finals because I don't know who else in the West would even have any kind of a chance. Because if Kawhi comes back, then maybe I say the Clippers have a chance, but I don't think Kawhi is going to come back in
Yeah.
his injury past and how he's handled them.
Yeah.
I certainly don't believe in the Jazz.
Yeah. Definitely not.
I love to believe in the Nuggets, but I don't know. I don't know if it's time. The Suns,
No.
I think, will have a step back this year. I
Lakers-
think they're going to fall off.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Lakers didn't just get Russ either. They signed a whole bunch of role players too.
Yeah, they signed everyone, but like Mohammed said, there might be some chemistry issues. There's probably going to be minutes problems. There might be some complaining there because they have a surplus of big men. Imagine if they had Drummond too.
Man.
Still, bro, that
Jeez.
wouldn't even be funny. But I'm not disagreeing. I think KD and Harden is really good still, and it almost might be better for them to just be like, you know what, Kyrie, sit out the whole season or whatever. We don't want you at all because then we can develop this chemistry with KD and Harden, and they can figure it out together because that's still really freaking good.
Yeah.
And I do think they could somehow make it through the East, but I would still give the Bucks maybe the edge.
Yeah.
Just
they've
because
actually done it. Yeah.
they did it last year. And it really depends, though, because if Giannis develops, like if he plays like he did in the finals for the whole year, I don't think the Nets are beating them. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
But if he goes back to his old ways of, I'm going to take some threes, I'm going to step outside and not dominate in the post, then, it's up in the air. I like the Heat, too, this year. I think the Heat are going to get better. I liked them last year, but now they got Kyle Lowry, who's going to help Jimmy not have to do everything. I think that'll help a lot. Tyler Hero should have a bounce back season, hopefully.
He was solid last year.
I think he declined, though. Or was it Duncan Robinson? I can't remember.
It was Hero. Hero declined a lot.
Hero declined a little bit, yeah.
So Tyler Hero, I think, will step back up. Bam. I think Bam kind of played a little worse, too, but I don't expect that again. I like the Heat. Maybe the Celtics, even if the Celtics can stay healthy. I don't think the Celtics could beat the Nets, but at least be competitive in the East.
That was a big if for the Celtics last year, man. Staying healthy and closing out big games. Yeah.
200 minutes together.
That just didn't happen, yeah.
I think the Celtics getting Dennis Schroeder is going to help a lot.
Yeah.
Because Dennis Schroeder, to me, has shown he can work a role,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we need a passer. Yeah.
Even though the Lakers said he
Distributor.
couldn't or whatever.
Oh yeah, man. Dennis Schroeder with
That
the
was a big
biggest
problem.
Big L could have missed out on an $84 million contract and instead went to the $1 one with the 1 year. I said $1 the 1 year
I'm dead.
the 1 year contract with the Celtics. But I think that was like 10 million. But
I mean, good for him.
he can
Maybe
be a
he's
solid
about winning.
They need a distributor, and they need someone to pass the ball. That was not.
Kemba's
that was
thing.
not Kimba's. Yeah, that was not Kimba. But yeah, we'll see.
What about John Wall? You guys believe in him still?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
What's the Clippers?
He's not a free agent though, right? Or is he?
No, but
no, he's not.
Apparently, he's supposed to be working out a trade with the Rockets, but that was like a month ago. There hasn't been any news.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So this is insane. But has Ben Simmons' trade value fallen so much that a trade for John Wall would make any kind of sense? Because I mean, John Wall's trade value can't be too high given his injury history.
Yeah, but
would it even make sense? I don't even think it would. It might with their new guys.
If Ben really wants to, if Ben is really about the cutting off all communications and spending his last days in Philly and moving all of his shit out of his house, then if he's really about all that, then you have to trade him.
Wait, you said you do it, Mohammed?
Yeah, I'd do it.
I'd do it. Yeah, I'd do it. Yeah. If Ben's
I think
really about
it's
all
something
that,
to think about.
If Ben's really about all that and really wants to leave, then take an offer for like John Wall or someone that has still potential if they stay healthy to, help contribute to your team.
I can't remember if John Wall has a no trade clause.
But I don't think the Sixers can win with Ben either. That's the thing. I think even if Ben does come back and he stays with Philly, I think I don't think they win now. I think they need to sign a point guard who's traditional, like Wall, who can pass and make shots and can set guys up for opportunities. And that's not Ben can set guys up for opportunities, but he can't shoot. Right.
It's not that he can't shoot. He won't shoot.
He won't shoot. I was looking at Ben's Instagram just now. He posted a photo of him working out, and he said, "Let's seize the day" in the caption, and then the comments said, "How about you seize that dunk against the Hawks?"
I'm dead. Bro, I was actually watching a previous episode of ours where we were arguing about the Sixers, and you both were saying like, "Oh yeah, you believed in them," and I was like, "No, I don't believe in them until I see it."
I'm so dead, bro.
The Sixers, to me, no matter who they get, I don't believe in them.
The comments are destroying his ass. Oh man, I'll post that on the.
They should have last year, dude. They should have last year,
bro. It feels like every year with the Philly has been. Oh, this is the year. It feels like the year, and then
Philly is Philly is like the Browns. All right, just in the sense their team could be loaded, and I guess we'll see what happens with the Browns this year, but they'll find a way to mess it up somehow. They should have a good enough team. Like the Browns theoretically should have a good enough team to at least get to the
Super Bowl,
the conference championship, right? At least, and possibly the Super Bowl. You make the argument they have the best team in the league, roster-wise, personnel-wise.
Yeah, but there's one person holding them back. Same thing with the Sixers.
Exactly, but they're just gonna find a way to mess it up. It's just, and I mean,
I think if the Browns get rid of Baker Mayfield and get somebody else, they'll be a Super Bowl team. If the Sixers get rid of Ben Simmons and get like a Kyrie or somebody else, they'll be a good player. I mean, a good team go to the finals. So I think it's just one player for both of those teams that's holding them back.
I would disagree with the Sixers. I just don't try. I don't know. I've fallen into that trap maybe where I just like I have to see it. It's like I tell you guys with I forget what team. I always tell you
Raptors.
Like I believe the Raptors. Yeah, I told you with the Raptors. I'll believe they win the championship when I see it. and then they ended up doing it. So maybe the Sixers would do the same thing.
Because
Yeah.
getting a player, yeah. So I think it's the same thing with Sixers. Ben Simmons just holding them back.
I don't know. I still think the Raptors caught some breaks, but
Yeah, everybody does though.
Well, yeah. You got to
Yeah.
cut some breaks on a way to a championship. You're gonna get lucky.
no, not Michael Jordan. He never got lucky. He just won.
Flex.
Facts.
Not as much as LeBron. LeBron is.
What are we looking at right now? We're about like 40 minutes, more or less. Let's talk about
Okay.
we can talk about fantasy basketball. And like,
Yeah, let's do some fantasy.
you want to talk?
No, let's just do like a quick little segment.
In fantasy. Okay, let's do a quick. Little
We got 10 minutes. I mean, what else we got? Oh, or do you want to talk about the AD thing? That would be fun. We should talk about that.
We talk about AD.
Instead. Yeah, let's do that instead.
Let's see where it goes with AD. We got time for basketball though, but we could talk about that next week after we do the draft. We could talk about we could analyze our draft picks. That could be nice. That could be really funny. Oh. But the AD Muhammad brought this up last week before we recorded, and I'm sorry I missed it. We didn't get to it, but I remember the Lakers teammates were telling Anthony Davis that this is your team, which, we've said there's always been comments about that from when he signed, about with LeBron. LeBron is always, this is your team. I think he said that before to AD, like when they were in the bubble in the finals, like step up and be the best player for us. And AD said he thinks he has the capability of doing so, about making the Lakers his team. So I don't know. We've talked about, I don't know if he's got to stay healthy. That's the big thing, and LeBron has to stay healthy and Russ has to stay healthy. And if it's going to be interesting since they signed so many new players this season, who's really going to be like the main, it's probably most likely it'll be LeBron who's the main guy. But, if AD can step up and be healthy, then he can be the main guy. But we talked about how he's slipped out of the top 10 players this season, in our opinion. But I don't know if you guys have anything to say about this. They've always said this, but I don't know if this has ever been true. This is your team. I feel like it's always been LeBron's team, but
Mohammed, I know you think AD's winning that MVP, bro.
He should. I know Durant's like the favorite right now. I don't know how, but
yeah, you
AD situation.
That's wild.
Yeah, AD situation is just health. I mean, if you're on a team with Westbrook and LeBron, they're going to be the more alpha guys just because of their vocal leadership. I don't think AD is a good leader anyway. So for me, AD just has to stay healthy. That's all it is. But I don't think this is his team. Maybe, talent-wise and, playing through him, that's his team, yeah. But, if they win, he's not going to get the credit because of his leadership. That's just me.
Yeah. We said like last year when it was starting that, he's very overrated. When we had that first episode, Will asked the first question on Say Less basketball history was, who's the most overrated player in the league right now? And you both said Anthony Davis.
Yep. And what did you say, Zach?
I said James Harden. Moving on.
Everybody, no. Let's take a minute to absorb that. Our fans need to absorb.
That was my first and only L on the podcast. First and only L. No.
I'm dead.
Yeah, but you guys said that last year. He definitely stepped down a little bit, even without the injury stuff. Obviously it has to stay healthy, but even without the injury stuff, he still, I feel like, took a step down with the points he was averaging, the rebounds. And I don't know if he can get those rebounds up, which might be a solution if Westbrook is shooting a lot. But Westbrook is also there now, so he's going to snag some rebounds, I think, too. So we'll see how they play. If they lean on one of those three guys in particular, That's going to be really interesting to see how the chemistry, how the ball moving, how the spacing, everything opens up for the Lakers in the regular season. So I don't know.
I don't know.
Will, you got any
Okay.
comments?
Yeah, I do. I have a lot to say. A lot. So you better get ready.
Oh God.
No, I'm kidding. I don't think LeBron's ego would allow anyone else for it to be anyone else's team. Like anywhere he goes, he's like God, I feel like Colin Cowherd today with my metaphors and comparisons. But it's kind of like Cam Newton. Not that anywhere Cam goes, it's his team. Maybe it is. But like his stature, who he is, like his presence just makes it his, like he's just that big of a presence. I also think LeBron just has that kind of ego.
He does.
But he really does. I don't even know if it's arguable. I don't even think my LeBron like lover friends would argue that. But we've talked about this before, I think, like AD, and we said, for them to be the best version of themselves, you would want AD to be your best player. I still believe that. I certainly don't want Westbrook being the best player because that history has shown that basically gets you like a 7 or 8 seed and maybe first round exit. Which wouldn't happen in this case because they're too good not to be higher. But I don't think AD will win MVP. I said that before. It would shock me if anybody on the Lakers or the Nets wins MVP this year. I would be absolutely dumbfounded, except if Kyrie doesn't play. Then I think Durant might have somewhat of a shot because the narrative is really what drives MVP. And the narrative will be, oh, well, Kyrie's really screwing over the Nets. Look at them. They're still a top 2 seed. Durant's doing this. Okay, or Harden. It could be Harden too. Look at that. They should get the MVP. So, but I would be absolutely, what is the word?
Dumbfounded.
Chris Broussard. No, he used like gobsmacked or whatever. He always says that.
That's a great word.
He's like that. He always says that. If somebody on the Lakers wins MVP, flabbergasted. This is not going to be AD's team. I don't know why his teammates are saying that. LeBron could say that because LeBron always says that stuff. He always says stuff like this, like, oh, Kyrie, I'm playing with Kyrie. He's going to do all this stuff. But it never happens because it's just LeBron. He can't. I don't know if he possesses the ability to literally let it happen. Yeah. He just doesn't. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, AD is going to have to, come out and put up big performances after big performances. I feel like if he doesn't do that, Westbrook and LeBron are type of guys to be like, okay, he's not, in that mode. So let me do my thing, and then they're just gonna take away his touches, and then they're gonna make it their team or something.
Yeah. Here's a question: how many shots? How are the shots distributed between those three? Not everybody else, obviously.
Under 20 for each of them, for sure.
You think? Under 20?
If they're really about playing as a team, and
winning. Yeah.
But if he goes take a big toll on it, then for sure someone's averaging over 20. And whoever that is probably going to be the MVP of the team.
I think Westbrook is going to take the least shots for some reason. I just gut feeling, because I think Westbrook will. I think he's just going to focus on stats. Honestly, I just do.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, oh, I have a really great opportunity to average a triple-double again. He does. I mean, he really does. He might even average a quadruple-double with turnovers. It's possible.
Oh, my God.
Facts.
And then LeBron, I think AD will take the most shots. I do. Out of the three of them.
Yeah.
He should.
And
he should, but you never know.
LeBron and him might average the same. The usage rate will be interesting, though. That will be hilarious, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because that could really go anywhere. I mean, I could see all three of them having ridiculous usage rates. Like 20s, maybe 30s. I don't know if 30 would be absurd.
Yeah.
What would kill me is if Westbrook comes out and has like a 40 usage rate somehow.
Oh, my God.
Second highest ever.
Oh, my God.
Or if they literally are arguing on the court, who should have the ball? Give me the ball.
That will go
It's
viral
my turn.
that will go viral so quick. Oh man. It's gonna be
That'd be
like
wild.
LeBron and J.R. Smith all over again if that happens.
I'm dead. Call a timeout, LeBron.
What are you doing?
Yo, I already beat Hayden in fantasy. That's wild.
I go
That's
off,
wild.
but we're at like 15
dead.
minutes right now. Yeah. So we're
Beautiful.
gonna wrap this up.
Sorry, no Jack today, folks.
No Jack today, yeah, but
Not feeling well.
we hope
It's
he
all right.
comes back regularly. We're kind of in like a rebuilding, kind of like a process, if
Rebuilding,
you will.
restructuring.
New era, new arc, restructuring. So bear with us. We're trying to get more casual too. In the beginning, I remember in the beginning episodes, we didn't know what the hell we wanted
We
to
didn't know
do.
what we were doing.
We didn't know what we were doing, if we wanted to do like a full-on debate, argue, like a show, or like a casual conversation like a podcast. But we're saving the heated stuff for like the debates that'll happen during the season. But we're trying to keep it casual right here for most of the episodes going forward, and this episode too. So we appreciate you listening. If you are, YouTube, Instagram, the link trees, everything, we love you guys. Stay with us. We'll be back stronger. As corny as that sounds, but yeah, but
We always
Go
come back
Bears.
stronger.
go Bears.
The Bears are gonna win today.
We'll
Or
rock in the
probably not, but maybe.
Yep.
Justin Fields jersey every Sunday. If you ever want to, see me at my best, I'm always wearing this
facts.
with an undershirt, just so nobody can see anything.
See you guys.